Electricity. You flip a switch, the lights go on. But will we have safe supplies of electricity to meet our fast-growing needs? Today, nuclear energy provides 1/5 of America's electricity. Tomorrow, it could supply even more. And nuclear power plants don't emit greenhouse gases, so they preserve our environment. We need to reduce our dependence on foreign energy. And we also need clean air. With nuclear energy, we can do both. Nuclear, putting clean air energy to work.
Halfway through the Go Nuclear Late Model Series feature, which means that race leader Sean Beardsley will now have the benefit of a single-file restart. Had the most recent caution occurred a lap sooner, second place Adam Turner would be at his outside, but instead, one row is set to go back to green.
Adam Turner now right back on the rear bumper of Sean Beardsley. An accordion effect, a very slow restart for Beardsley, and some of the drivers were not expecting that. Turner got sideways. Bellier has to go up to the top of the speedway, but that actually may work out for the number 25 as he goes up to the top, finds the momentum, and with Tim Sears Jr. behind him, they are making it stick on the top of the racetrack. So as that line coming in, Bellier up into second. Adam Turner slides through the middle of the speedway. No bite there. Contact with Dale Caswell, and around the outside goes Tim Sears Jr. up into position number 3. Tim Sears in the 3T started back in 15th at the drop of the green flag and has now found himself in the spot he finished in 2 months ago when he came home with a podium finish. Sears drives the nose up the racetrack though, and that will allow Adam Turner to get back to the bottom. It appears that the bottom line, the safe place to be. Well, the top line is like walking the high wire. It can work out for you, but a lot of times it can be a major issue if you don't hit that line correctly. This time at turn number 3, it's Sears deciding to run the bottom rail of the racetrack. Car's still very tight for him though, and so he has to find the line that the car is capable of running. Sears is pulling double duty today, running his big block modified. He was quickest in time trials for that series event earlier today when the track had a lot of bite. Sears was quickest in time trials but fell out in that feature event, so didn't get a chance to transfer a lot of the modified notes over to the late model. A good battle shaping up though for position number 10. Mike Trapp again started back in spot number 3 after winning his heat race. Had to be counted on as one of the favorites, but is having an issue right now continuing to go forward. Perhaps the issue for the number 70 right now is he thought the track would take on rubber. Even though it is very slick, it is not starting to peel the rubber off the tires, and so soft compounds are still working out with 10 laps left to go. A battle shaping up for spot number 3 once again. Adam Turner has run back down Tim Sears Jr., and as I mentioned earlier, the top line very fast at times, but the bottom is that smooth, consistent tortoise in the race. But you see the 92 slip up the speedway, and Tim Sears again rockets back around the outside. Sears, who has won in modifieds and in late models this season, puts it right up on the rail and is able to get back around the outside of Adam Turner. Still a great run for Turner though. His first tour event away from his home at Brighton Speedway, looking very good here on the 4/10 mile oval. The lap still winding down. No issue for Sean Beardsley, the race leader out in front. Greg Bellier hanging in his own little world, running in position number 2. This is the best battle inside the top 5. And to the inside goes Adam Turner. Well, on the top, Tim Sears Jr. still not up to the cushion, but is able to keep it up high enough to where momentum is king. Remember, great power plants in these machines. Not a whole lot of engine that they can use down on the bottom of the racetrack to rock it off. Turner's going to try whatever power plant he has, though. His number 92 shuts it back down onto the bottom, but the caution flag is out as Art Halliday in the number 87 has spun around to the infield in turn number 4, and just a few laps shy from the finish, we are back under the caution flag.
So Halliday's spin means we'll have one final dash to the finish. Who will come out on top today at Mohawk? Find out when we return on the Atomic Power Racing Hour. If you're enjoying these late models on the Atomic Power Racing Hour, you need to be there in person. The Go Nuclear Late Model Challenge Series is coming to a track near you with all the dirt-clinging, side-by-side racing, and bumper-to-bumper action that you can handle. Come see the cars and stars of the Atomic Power Racing Hour as they battle for bragging rights. Time's running out on the 2012 season. Catch the Go Nuclear Late Models before the final checkered flag falls. Catch the series at the Brockville Speedway for the Northeast Fall Nationals, October 12th. The laps are winding down for the Go Nuclear Late Model Challenge Series and their feature event. Sean Beardsley has led from early on, but with a hard-charging Greg Bellier now on his bumper for this restart, anything can happen. Let's see how it all plays out. We go back up to Rich Vlack for the call.
Contrary to the notion that it has been difficult to pass this afternoon, the leader right now started in 6th. Second place started in 8th, and third place, Tim Sears Jr. started back in 15th place. But they are the top 3 coming back to green with 6 laps left to go. And at this point, being cautious is not an option. Up on the top of the racetrack goes Greg Bellier. Runs the middle groove off at turn number 2 and has a momentum built up to take a challenge for the race lead. Bellier drives it in deep. However, Beardsley has the car stuck on the inside of the racetrack, and when you hit your setup, sometimes it can be very difficult to get by. A good battle on now for spot number 4. Darren Peters on the move. Peters, another driver that's moved forward. He started back in 14th after really missing the setup in his heat race. So he runs the outside of the racetrack, and you can see maybe that bottom groove is burnt out. There is just no grip down on the inside of the racetrack. Peters is upstairs with 4 laps left to go, and that 4th place battle continues on. Just behind them, back to 6th now is Dale Caswell, just not his afternoon. A.J. Kingsley is actually closing in on him for that position. So Kingsley has started to find some bite here in the late stages. 3 more circuits around for the race leader, Sean Beardsley, who is checked back out from Greg Bellier. Still holding on in 3rd is Tim Sears. He is relegated to the bottom of the racetrack, but side by side we remain for the 4th position. Adam Turner refusing to give it up, running deep on the bottom of the racetrack, lets the car drift up and just hopes that it'll prevail the next time they get back into turn number 1 and 2. Darren Peters working hard on the top of the racetrack, a driver that had 7 wins at the Humberstone Speedway down in Southern Ontario earlier this season, will continue to duke it out for the 4th position, coming to the white flag. But the first driver to see that clean sheet will be Sean Beardsley. Again, he stayed to the bottom of the racetrack almost the entire way, started back at 6th, took the lead on lap number 4, and off of turn number 2 has no issues in front of him into 3 and 4 for the final time. A driver looking for his 4th feature win of the year, with the first on the Go Nuclear Late Model Tour. Biggest win of the season for Sean Beardsley. Second across the line will be Greg Bellier for the 2nd straight race here at Mohawk. Same story for Tim Sears Jr., who is 3rd, and Adam Turner gets back by Darren Peters to round out the top 5. What a show here at Mohawk.
So Sean Beardsley is the big winner today and will be headed to Victory Lane. We'll meet with him on the other side of this break.